What a day to go hit legs, and yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. And I might give you some pointers as well to introduce into your leg days to make them better. So come train legs as an aspiring natural bodybuilder, I guess. Yeah, we've got like 10 months till I actually step on stage, and I need some legs, so let's go grow them. First exercise of the leg day is a leg extension, and this is your first pointer really, is to get in the gym and start off with those single joint isolations. It would be beneficial to put stuff like your leg curl and your leg extension, maybe even an adductor, before you do your big leg press. This would be to warm up the knee in both extension and flexion, and also get some blood in the muscle before you go for those big sets. Now, we're on the leg extension. This is literally half of your quad training, in my opinion. For a good quad workout, you just need some sort of leg extension and then some sort of press or squat, right? So this is half the work. Specifically, we're on the prime, which if you have this machine, you don't have an excuse to have small quads really. This is probably one of the best leg extensions, so there's no excuse to absolutely send it. So after leg extensions, I always do my leg curl. Now, this session for me is going to be a seated leg curl. Now, this is another no-brainer exercise in my opinion. For the return on investment you get, for how quick this is to set up, it's such a good hamstring exercise there should be in your leg day. It's stable, it trains the hamstrings in a favourable lengthened position, and it takes absolutely no time to set up, especially when you just have to put a pin in a machine to select the weight. Alright, so adductor didn't get filmed, but another staple really, like for how easy that machine is to set up and perform, and also train hard. Like nothing's going to happen if you fail an adductor, you're not going to get crushed by any weight. So that's another non-negotiable, but just one set of that, and now we're warmed up. So all that warming up, what was it for? The big one, right? The big compound that most people will attribute to leg day is some sort of squat or some sort of leg press. For me, that's a leg press at the moment, but there's nothing to say that in 6 months I might be doing hack squat, pendulum squat, barbell squat, Smith machine squat. There's so many different variations, you're bound to enjoy one. And I highly advise you to try different ones, because you might not know how much you like hack squat until you get in the groove with it. And I encourage you to get in the groove with it, because this is the second exercise for your quads. So if we break it down, your quad training is going to be leg extension and some sort of press, like I said before. This is the second part of your quad training. So give it your all, because you've only got 2 exercises to make it count, and at most you're only going to be doing 4 working sets, maybe 5 per quads per session. So I really would advise you to so-called lock in, because this is the important set. If you bottle this, then your quads aren't going to grow, because you're not giving them a chance to. With that being said, we've warmed up with leg extensions, leg curls and adductors, and now we can safely take this to failure and not have any hip pain, knee pain or discomfort. Let's get it. So we've done our big sort of quad focused compound. What comes after that? So many people will do a leg press and then for some reason move on to a squat, right? Which is essentially doing the same thing twice. So instead of doing that, to maximise a bit more efficiency, I personally usually move on to some sort of hinge. Now, this is a good place to put a hinge, and I highly advise you to have one in your leg day. So for me, this workout, it's a hyperextension with a free weight. If you wanted to make it more glutes, you could use a band. But on my other leg day, I do a cable stiff leg deadlift. So if you've got some sort of RDL, stiff leg deadlift, conventional deadlift, hyperextension, anything of that variety, you're going to be getting the benefit of performing a hinge. So I highly advise you to include one. So now, towards the back end of the workout, we've got a bit more isolation stuff. We've done our main isolations, we've done our main compounds. now it's time for stuff like calves and abs for me. But of course, if it's a priority for you to grow your calves, I would encourage you to probably start your leg day with. But anyway, we just got typical standing calf extensions. Typically I'd run this alongside something, maybe like a donkey calf raise or something more hip loaded, but we'll work with what we've got. So we've got this, and we've got some abs, and that is the leg day. Biggest thing with these is just keep your legs straight and do half reps. I mean, why do full reps when the bottom part of the rep is just as effective, if not better? So save yourself doing the top half of the rep, make your life a bit easier. Finally, last, we've got abs. Now, as far as ab machines go, this is pretty much as bare bones as it gets, but it feels good. You're getting a bit of that spinal flexion. It does the job, doesn't it? So just 2 sets of this finishes leg day. So all in all, that was what, 1, 2, 3. Leg extension, leg curl, adductor, leg press, hip hinge, calf abs. That's 7 exercises. Not even 2 sets of both. I think it's like 12 working sets, so that is literally the sweet spot for a productive workout. Simple and effective is the name of the game. Like, I do not want to be in the gym for 2 hours wasting my time when you can train for 12 sets and get the same growth as if you did 20. And now, a post-workout staple for me at the minute is practicing some posing. So that's exactly what we do. Luckily, we've got a dedicated posing room. If not, they just throw some shapes up on the gym floor, but that's not the lighting I usually use. It's usually this one. So yeah, if you want to see me flex without a top on, then this is that part of the video for you. If not, then that was the leg day. Hopefully you learned something, and if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments, because training legs really is fun once you figure it out. Make it simple, make it work for you, make it something you enjoy and you can do consistently, because a suboptimal workout done consistently beats a perfect workout done once a month any day. So learn to enjoy legs, people. Let's throw some shapes.